Okay. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. I'd like to say again, please, we'd like to make this meeting highly interactive. Please turn on your videos if you can, and please remember to mute your microphone when you're not speaking. And when we want you to speak, you can please do so. As much as possible, we'll try to keep to the time for this meeting, and we hope that you will enjoy this session. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to my own MVP, our club president, Mercy George-Igbafe. Mercy George-Igbafe is an award-winning tech evangelist. She is an agile coach, and she's got impeccable analytical skills, of course, proficient in data analytics, agile, Scrum, and all of the methodologies around agile. She is the founder of LEARNTOR, an African tech doctor committed to developing over 10,000 tech talents by 2025. That timeline is fast approaching, and I can tell you she's doing everything possible. She's zealous, she's focused, she's got passion, she gets everything she wants to get positively, and she's cheering up and leading us here at LEARNTOR. Fellow Toastmasters and our guests, please permit me to welcome again to this virtual lecture, Mercy George-Igbafe, the Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Amazing SSA, much appreciated for the introduction. Can you confirm that I can be heard, please? I see you.
Yes, please.
Adeshayo Bilubaje, nice to have you back. Indeed, from a long sabbatical. I'd like to welcome everyone, distinguished Toastmaster here present, Tia Mariette, Titian Chidi Chukudi Madu. I don't know if Titian Stella George is here. I want to sincerely appreciate every one of you for being here. You know, I like the way Toastmaster Choyin said it. Every January we set goals. So, but it's important to like recalibrate. What am I doing right? What am I not doing right? Where do I need to improve on? You know? So today's meeting, as we embark on the journey of resetting our goals, reflecting on our progress, and trying to realign ourselves with the successes that we have recorded. I want to say this: in pursuit of your personal and professional growth, it's essential to periodically assess our path, your path, my path, and make necessary adjustments where it is necessary for us to embrace change, which is very, very critical. As we delve into today's topic, which I'm very excited, and I'm glad that I'm hosting the table topic, is Eleanor Roosevelt that says, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. There's going to be vacillation, you rise, you fall. If you believe in your dream, no matter the odds that come against you, the end will always justify the means with integrity. And now, I'd like you to just close your eyes for just one moment. Reflect, what is one thing that you would like to press the reset button on to help you catapult you to that journey of success, to that experience of recording and realigning and introspecting that this is what I did yesterday. This is areas that I need to improve on. So I'm charging you today. Take that moment, reflect on it. Yesterday, I was not wearing wig. Today, I'm wearing wig. Why? I'm resetting, reprioritizing, realigning how to achieve my goals. So without further ado, I welcome you to my very last meeting as president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, which I can't wait. Okay, take a breather. I welcome you and I join you to enjoy this experience, network, make friends, participate actively, and enjoy the session. I'd like the profile of the Toastmaster of the day, someone I'm particularly enthralled about, someone that I really admire and I celebrate for his person and what he stands for. If I can get his profile, the Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Olushola. He is a digital and payment executive with experience spanning technical operations, product management, and business development role within Nigeria financial service sector for over 2 decades. Can I have his profile on, please? He's a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife and obtained his first degree. Globally got certification through Cornell University in New York, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that's the MIT. Also has a number, naturally, numerous certification in retail banking, project management, American Society for Quality. So without further ado, he says, away from work, he enjoys volunteering his time at several nonprofits, reading, nurturing young talent, traveling, and listening to music. He's happily married with children. So on this note, can I get you to just unmute and just bring some energy to the ground, to the room? Can you unmute and welcome Toastmaster Olushola to the virtual floor. Who has the clapper there? Who has the clapper there? I like to see who has the.
Thank you.
I love it. I need to bring out mine. Please get me my clapper. You're not the only one.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Thank you for the warmth of your introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this distinguished occasion. I call it distinguished because, you know, like Madam President has rightly said, today means a whole lot to so many people. For her, it's her last day as president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters. For some people, it's going to be the last day before they mount the mantle, definitely. Today is Father's Day, like we've all greeted ourselves. So it gives me great pleasure to have to marshal out the events of this wonderful meeting. The theme of our meeting, once again, is reset your goals. It's that time of the year when we need to go and check where are we, either as individuals, as families, as a team, or as a business. And this is coming at a very peculiar time within the Nigerian climate, where we've seen so many changes in the last 30 days of the most recent administration. And so everyone, whether you're a business, whether you're an individual, whether you're a family, it behoves on each and every one of us at this particular point in time to look at how all the recalibration within the macro is impacting us. And then when it comes to you as an individual, when it comes to me as an individual, how does all of this really impact on me? Regardless of what you make out of your accomplishments for the first half of the year, Confucius says it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. It's a time for us to make sure that we actually infuse more energy, realign with a sharper focus. That said, I would like to welcome everyone on board again for this meeting. Thank you to our visitors. Thank you for attending this meeting, to our distinguished Toastmasters, and to each and every member. My job today is that of an MC for this August occasion, and I would not be running the affairs alone. I've got a distinguished team that is going to be running the affairs of today with me. And it gives me great, great pleasure to be able to introduce the wonderful team that will be doing the co-piloting with me today. I'm going to move on to introduce the general evaluator and allow her to introduce the team of quality control that will help us to ensure that we're running the meeting in the precise way that it should be run under the ambience of the Toastmasters. For our guests, our meeting today is going to be in 3 tranches. The first one, we will be having the impromptu speech. That's the table topic section. And then we will be having a second section, which is the prepared speech, where the speakers will come speak to us based on predefined topics according to their various levels. Then the third, we will then get an evaluation round. And that is where this wonderful team of co-pilot members will then be telling us how well we've really run the meeting and the things we need to improve on. So it therefore gives me great pleasure to introduce this wonderful lady that will be overseeing the evaluation of this overall meeting. The first time I ran into her was about a week or so ago. And the first thing that caught my attention is the smile. And they typically call her the Queen of Smiles. And the first thing I realized as I walked by her entering Civic Center was really a smile. And so please, can you help me project the profile for the general evaluator for this meeting, please? Thank you. She is the current Vice President membership of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, equally serving as the Club Growth Director of Area 19, a Customer Relationship Officer and founder of the FEC Foundation, which is an NGO. She is known as the Queen of Smiles. She's a member of Rotary Club, Red Cross, and several other non-governmental organizations. She enjoys volunteering, helping people, watching and playing soccer. She's an ardent SC Barcelona fan. She enjoys traveling, keeping good memories with friends and family. For her, our focus in 2023 is living a soft life, career development, and community service. It gives me absolutely great pleasure to introduce to us our general evaluator for today, TM Elizabeth Iwoha, the Queen of Smiles.
Thank you most kindly, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Olushola. Kindly confirm I'm being heard. Kindly confirm I'm being heard. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. You're welcome to the very last meeting of the 2021-2022 year of Toastmasters. It's been a wonderful one, and it gives me great pleasure to serve today as the general evaluator of this meeting. Coincidentally, when we started this year, this was the same role I played. Wow. And I'm playing it again at the last meeting. It's such a coincidence. Before I talk about my role, I'd like to recognize the presence of our division director who is here with us in the meeting. Please let us applaud our division director, Toastmaster Abdullahi Jimo. We recognize your presence. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Thank you, Didi. And to every other distinguished Toastmasters, as rightly introduced by the president earlier. Now, what is my role as the general evaluator? It was Matt Forex, an American actor, who said that the only goal you do not achieve in life is the one that you don't set. As the evaluation team, just like the Toastmaster of the day said, we are the quality control team. You have set goals. Our role is to help you see how we evaluate what you have done, what is going to be done in this meeting, and help you see how to reset those goals for the coming months, which is the second half of the year. It's fine if you have written those goals and you have not achieved them. We have a team that after today's evaluation, you would have a fantastic time evaluating your goal and planning for a new year. So sit back and watch out for my team. Let me begin by introducing my first role model in Toastmasters. The very first time I attended the meeting, I just looked at her and said, no, this is who I want to be like. I gave myself a goal, and I'm happy I am achieving that goal, although I still need to reset some of the goals. So my first role player I'll be introducing today is our grammarian. Our grammarian is a distinguished Toastmaster. For the benefit of our guests, a distinguished Toastmaster is one who has been prolific in speaking, and prolific in speaking English for that. So our first role player today is a grammarian, DTM Chidi. If I would have her profile, I would appreciate that. However, DTM Chidi is a strategically minded financial professional with over decades of experience and proven expert in project and performance and people management. She joined Toastmasters in 2016 and has served in various capacities at the club level, area level, and division level. She is the immediate past division director of area Division F and currently serving as District 19 Club Extension Chair. She has achieved proficiency in 5 pathways and a multiple Triple Crown Award recipient. You see why I call her my role model. She has achieved the DTM Award in the traditional and pathways of the Toastmasters. She was crowned Silver Crown Award recipient for completing parts in the district. She enjoys watching movies, dancing. I can attest to that. She loves books and combat sports. Her personal mantra is Kaizen, which is continuous improvement. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's make welcome to the virtual lantern to tell us what her role is all about today. Distinguished Toastmaster Chidi Madu, distinguished Toastmaster. DTM Chidi, the virtual lantern is here.
Thank you most graciously, Madam General Evaluator. Actually, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I hope everyone is excited to be here because I am excited to be here and I'm ready to reset. Like Madam President, who's eager to vacate her seat as president. I'm not wearing a wig. I guess this is my own way of resetting. Today, I will serve as the grammarian for today's meeting. And as the grammarian, I will function in two capacities. First, to introduce the word of the day, which I would implore us to use throughout today's meeting and incorporate that into our vocabulary after today's meeting. The second is to listen for words and phrases and sentences that would tickle my ear. To present the word of the day today, the word of the day is adroit. Adroit is an adjective that describes someone who is skillful, someone who's clever and adept in handling difficult situations with ease and finesse. Adroit encapsulates the qualities that we often admire in individuals who effortlessly navigate through challenges, demonstrating grace and dexterity in their actions and words. Fellow Toastmasters, in our Toastmasters community, we strive to enhance our communication and leadership skills. We understand the value of becoming more adroit in our interactions, both within the safe space and out in the world. So I encourage us to embrace our adroitness and know that it's not merely articulate to be adroit, but it also empowers us to embody the agility to be able to adapt to situations. Adroit, like I said, is an adjective, and it has synonyms. Synonyms such as skillful, clever, adept. To use adroit in a sentence, I would say a Toastmaster Liz is a skillful speaker. She's adroit in utilizing stories to convey her message. During the debates at the just concluded Toastmasters Nigeria conference, the debaters adroitly profiled their thoughts on the topic of the debate. I would encourage every one of us here to be adroit throughout today's meeting by incorporating the word of the day, adroit, into our speech. Feel free to use the synonyms, clever, skillful, adept. At the end of the meeting, or rather towards the end of the meeting, at the request of the general evaluator, I will return to give us a report or a feedback on how we have fared using the word of the day. And if any Toastmaster here have used a phrase or a word that has tickled my fancy through today's meeting, Madam General Evaluator, over to you.
Thank you most kindly, grammarian, for adroitly telling us what your role is all about. I hope I win the word of the day. Thank you. Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, our next role player is someone who has been my coach, but decided to go on sabbatical leave. And now he's back. It's good to see him back. He's our timekeeper for today's meeting. Our timekeeper is Toastmaster Shayo. We call him Shayo Baba. He is a banker and a business analyst. He likes family and Arsenal Football Club. His family goal for 2023 is freelancing, and his favorite quote is, "The room for improvement remains the biggest room in the world." Toastmaster Shayo is also our Vice President Education for this year. So let's make welcome to the virtual luncheon to tell us adroitly his role for today, Toastmaster Bilu Jai Baje Adeshayo. Welcome back, Toastmaster Shayo.
The Queen of Smile, I was never away. Well, thank you for the warm welcome and the introduction. The fact that you are smiling confirms that I can be heard, right?
Yes, you can be heard.
Fantastic. All right, let's just get to it. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, one of the most important lessons that Toastmasters teaches us is how to convey a clear message within an allocated time frame. That is one of the most important lessons that we learn from Toastmasters. My task today as a timer for today's meeting is to provide speakers and role players with visual cues to help them stay on track. Simply put, I'll be timing everyone and everything. And to do this effectively, I have 3 virtual cards. I have the green card, the yellow card, and the red card. How will I be using these cards? I hear you ask. Great. I just need to pay attention for a couple of seconds. And first, I would like to encourage everyone on the call, if you're a speaker or a role player, to kindly just pin myself to your screen. You can just see those 3 dots somewhere on my page, and just click pin. You see Time Adeshaya and pin myself and pin me to your screen. That way it shows that you will never miss when I be changing my background. I could be changing colors, or while I'll be sharing my screen, depending on what I decide to do. For the purpose of illustration, I'll be talking about the prepared speech, and the prepared speech goes for 5 to 7 minutes. Now, at the 5-minute mark, I beg your pardon, I'm going to be sharing. Okay, let me just change I'll probably change my background to, let's say, green like this. And it tells the speaker that you are satisfied the minimum time allowed for speaking. Very important that all speakers, both in the table topic session and the prepared speech, see this green card before they end their speech. And at the 6-minute mark for the prepared speech, you're going to see the yellow background or the yellow card. I can choose to share the yellow card as well. And that tells you that your time is far spent, and it's a warning sign for you to begin to get ready to end your speech or your activity. Why for this at the 7-minute mark, I'm going to be sharing the red background or be sharing the red card. For the purpose of emphasis, let me repeat that I'll be using this protocol for both the table topic session and the prepared speech. That is, you're going to be seeing the green card, the yellow card, and the red card. For the other activities like evaluation, introduction, every other thing that we're going to have, you're going to be seeing only the yellow card and the red card. The yellow card for emphasis, warning your time is fast spent. The red card, your time is up. But for the purpose of organization, here at Toastmasters, we'll give all speakers 30 seconds after the red card has been shown to wrap up their speech. I will encourage all speakers to please stop speaking at the end of the 30 seconds after the red card had gone up or after the red background has been changed. Or else you will leave with no choice but to activate the famous or infamous honorable minister off your mic, off your mic, off your mic. And I guess you don't want me to activate that. And over to you, to the beautiful, smiling queen and general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you most kindly, Toastmaster Shayo, for that explanation of your role. Fellow Toastmasters, we move swiftly now to our next role player, who will be our counter for today's meeting. Who is our counter? Our counter is the Assistant Vice President membership of LEARNTOR Toastmasters. She's a self-made business developer and a program manager. She's a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University, where she studied economics and joined the Association of Accounting Tech of West Africa, and now a certified accountant. She doubles as a program manager with an NGO and a business developer. Toastmaster Okpeyemi has a vision of helping others achieve their goals. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, let us make welcome to the virtual lantern our counselor for today to adroitly tell us what her role is all about. Toastmaster Okpeyemi, it's over to you. Toastmaster Ope. Okay.
Yes, this is on the
While
call.
while we wait for Toastmaster Ope, I'll move to the next role player who is the listening evaluator for today's meeting. Our listening evaluator is a seasoned sales and marketing expert with a renowned FMCG company. She enjoys what she does, and she's a strong believer in teamwork, ensuring everyone is carried along. Clementina is incredibly passionate about recycling and environmental conservation. She believes that we all have a part to play in saving our planet. In her free time, she loves to take pictures of herself and of others. Her favorite quote is from the Bible: "Let your light shine before men so that they will see the good work." This quote has inspired her to make a positive impact in the world around her. And she's constantly striving to improve herself and making a difference. She's equally our Assistant Vice President Education. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let us make welcome to adroitly tell us her role for today, Toastmaster Clementina Otabo.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm very excited to be here again. I'm always happy and delighted about each Toastmaster Sunday, like I would call it. So today I would be playing and just before that, happy Father's Day to the amazing fathers in the house and all the intending fathers too, or potential fathers too. Yeah, and to introduce my role, I'm going to be playing the role of the listening evaluator at today's meeting. And as the listening evaluator, I'll be testing your ability to, pay attention to the entire session that's going to be happening. I'll come back at the end of the call to ask questions and also test your understanding about or test your ability to listen, or test if you have been listening, to the call, and ask a few questions. Thank you very much, General Evaluator, and over to you. Thanks.
Thank you most kindly. Thank you for that explanation. I earlier introduced our counter, whom I observed is not in the meeting on the call right now. I'll just explain what her role is in case she comes back or we have any other person to take that role. The counter's role is to ensure that for every Toastmaster, we encourage that you either pause while speaking, not to distract your listeners, not to distract your audience. Instead of having pause filler words like the and all of that could be distracting, you pause. So what the counter does is to check out for those pause filler words if you use them while speaking. So while speaking today, ensure you pause and then speak. If you don't want to pause, just smile and then speak. That's the role of the counter. And with that, my team has been introduced. Towards the end of the meeting, we'll come back to give you our evaluation of how we have fared at the meeting, and I'll give a general overview of how the meeting has fared. That being said, I'd now like to hand over the virtual lantern back to the Toastmaster of the day, our very own handsome Toastmaster Olushola. TMOD, it's back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, TM Lee's smiling general evaluator. And thank you for adroitly observing the presence of the district director. I definitely did miss that during the course of the opening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to move to the next section, which is going to be the table topics. But before we go further, I just want to check with Madam President, do we have any changes or alteration to the agenda for today? All right, in the absence of any response, I'll take it we're still pretty much on pause to go as planned.
Did you
I
pay
wanted,
attention?
yes, I wanted to check with you. Is there any alteration to the agenda, or we're still in line with what I have in front of me?
No alteration. We're having table topic
No
now,
alteration.
right?
Yeah. So with
Yes.
that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our table topics master for today. She's already been introduced, and in the interest of time, we won't have to go over it again. And she's none other than the president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, the amazing and wonderful Toastmaster Mercy. Over to you, Toastmaster Mercy, for the table topic section for today's meeting.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Bishola. I'm very mindful of time. I promised Toastmaster Clem that I would do my best to make sure I'm very crisp and very, very straight to the point. So I need a volunteer. Let me know, how many new people do we have? I only have 3 questions. How many new people do we have? If you're new to this meeting, just type new, or you're a guest. Do we have any guests in the house? Any guests? Yes, fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to call the 2 of you, Oluwatoyin and Frank. But before I do that, I'm going to call and have the honor of calling our division champion. Toastmaster Wale Thomas, I see you doing
Can you hear me? You put me on the board.
Yeah, that's the beauty of table topics. Sorry, I'm in a dark, they've taken light, so I'm on the inverter, so Nigerian factor. So, okay, the reality of our times. So yes. I have 3 questions, and you're going to be the first person. Okay. So, you know, Steve Jobs says that the only way to do great work is to love what you do. All right? I'm sure you agree to this quote adroitly. Okay, I have to be intentional using the word of the day. I might not win because I know Toastmaster DTM Chidi is very competitive in nature, and I have a lot of competitors, including Toastmaster Josephine. I'm not competing with them. Let them take the crown. So, Toastmaster Wale Thomas, tell us, share a time where you had to press the reset button, but I want you to specifically make it about you're not going further in your contest at the division level, district level. So share a time where you had to press the reset button. What specifically did you do? And what led to that introspection that needed you to reset? It's a mouthful, but you get the question, right?
I do.
Fantastic. The floor is yours, Toastmaster Wale.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master. When I press a reset button, in retrospect of what I want to do, knowing quite well that goals are the fuel and the furnace of achievement, that's the traces. That was when I got married. Our first 3 years was calamitous. Let me use that word. There's a word like that. I, from a background of a polygamous family, and my wife, a single father, single mother, 4 children, grew up together in the atmosphere of love and compassion and empathy. Me, I never knew what love was. I didn't understand it. But there's always war there and there. But those first 3 years was dangerous for me. My mother is calling me, Wale this, Wale that. Oh God. I got tired one day. I went to see her. I said, Mom, please, this needs to stop. You must understand that I'm married now, and I need to get you to my wife. She said, Wale, thank you for coming. I've been waiting for it. So that brought me back to my wife. We begin to understand each other. Because before, I didn't even help her to do anything. And that began a new journey. Now, counting down, 18 years, been married for 21 years. My children have grown in the atmosphere of love and empathy and compassion. 2 of them are in university already. And the last 2 are secondary school. I've got so deep to my wife. I did dishes at home. I wash clothes in the washing machine as well. So I challenge you, fellow Toastmasters. Don't let that journey that is not part of the path of gold disrupt you. Keep your eyes focused and be adroit, be agile. show dexterity, and life will give you what you deserve, but not what you want, because that's what defines you. Thank you. Distinguished Toastmasters.
Life will give you what you deserve and not what you want. Stay adroit, stay agile. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wale Thomas. Now, I'm going to call on the first person, intending Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Akunte Akapo. Can I have the honor of having you turn on your video, if that's okay, because you're going to be evaluated on how you speak. So he has shown you what it means. It's off the curve, it's impromptu, and you get to speak off the curve in an adroit manner. Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, are you on the call? Ah, fantastic.
Yes, I am.
I see
Hello.
your beautiful face. Awesome.
Thank you.
You want to move away a bit from your window so
So
that
the
the
light, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
fantastic. Awesome. Thank you. So now, our theme of the meeting is about pressing the reset button. Imagine you had an opportunity to reset one aspect of your life right now, this minute. What would it be? How would you do it? How would you go about reflecting and realigning your goals to achieve that success? Do you want me to take the question again?
Okay, please do.
Okay. Imagine for a moment, right now, you have the opportunity to press the reset button.
Okay.
One aspect, only one aspect of your life. What would it be? How would you go about reflecting, realigning your goals to achieve the success? Network. Can I be heard? Is it my network? Is that network?
Yes, I can hear you, Toastmaster.
I can hear you, Toastmaster.
Okay. So, Toyin, did you hear my question?
Okay, I think, yeah, I got your question. All right, so at the time, I think you got frozen. Okay, so the question is, imagine a time or an aspect in my life that I would like to press a reset button, and what would that be? All right, so I would say it would be about my career in terms of, at the time, I should have maybe left unemployment instead of continuing for over 10 years. As against allowing one of my values of loyalty to hold on to continue over some period of time. That would have been a Was I heard?
No, your network was dipping so badly. My apologies.
Oh, okay. So I need to take that again.
Yes, you can. Okay, she has finally gone. So, Toastmaster Zainab, I see that you sent me a direct.
Hello.
Toyin, not to worry
Yes.
yourself. Your network is fluctuating, so it's causing, but I really appreciate and celebrate your adroitness for stepping up to the virtual lantern, but the network is not allowing us to hear you. Do you want to try one more time? She's frozen again. So Zainab, did you hear the question? Do you want to give it a go?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, so can you repeat the question? I didn't hear.
I thought you heard. Okay, so imagine you have an opportunity right now to reflect on one aspect of your life. What would it be? How would you go about reflecting and realigning that aspect for success?
Imagine I had the opportunity to reflect on my life. What aspect would it be, and how would I go about that reflection for success? Is that the question?
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you very much for that very thought-provoking question. All right. So if I had a chance to reflect on my life, I think one thing I'd like to reflect on most likely would be the opportunity to have started a lot earlier than I did. I am one person that likes to put all of my attention in every single task I engage in. I would think about it over and over again. So if I had to reflect on one aspect of my life, it would most likely be to procrastinate less and to have started my company a lot earlier so that I would have been able to impact a lot more lives. I know how much impact my company is making currently in the lives of especially people in northern Nigeria, and how much confidence I am helping educators as well as individuals get by becoming more effective speakers as well as educators. So I'd reflect on that so that I would have more time to go back, study even more, get a lot more experience, and give even better. And that is what I would do. That aspect of my life, procrastination, is definitely what I would reflect on. Thank you very much for that question.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zainab. Thank you. Can I ask Toastmaster Frank, is your network good? How many minutes more do I have, Toastmaster Shire?
Less than 4 minutes.
Okay, fantastic. Toastmaster Frank, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Is your network okay?
Afternoon.
Do you want us to give it a try?
Yes, let's give it a try.
Okay, can you turn on your camera then? Let's see how it goes.
You just came back from church and
Awesome. Nice to see your lovely face. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Frank, Winston Churchill said, success is not the final, is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Do you agree with that quote first, yes or no? Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. This is by Winston Churchill. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic.
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Now, I want you to speak on that quote. What does it mean to you? How does it resonate with you with regards to you pressing the reset button?
Yeah, so recently, so the quote talks about success not being final and failure not being fatal. And it's actually how we respond to those situations that determine how we move ahead. So would I say, talking about the reset button, recently I had the opportunity of going back over some of the letters I wrote in the past. That was when I just left school. So, and I was a bit disappointed in myself. Then I had someone that was like a mentor to me, always trying to warn me on how I came across my letters. I came across in a very nonchalant way. But I think I was overtly proud. That was what I think it was. I was overtly proud. Oh, if there was an exam, I was going to do very well when it comes to English language and all. And so it was, I was reflecting then and I said, that was really, really bad. I've seen the green, I'll soon be off. So I said that was really, really bad. But I shouldn't rest there. I've already hit the reset button, and it's never going to happen again. So even now, I have opportunities of speaking with people. I try to make them do whatever it is you want to do it right. As from now, they just might not. There might never be another time. So, but it's always good, even if you feel, pick yourself up and continue doing things the right way. Thank you. I don't want to get the yellow card.
I love it. Thank you. You got the yellow card. And it's okay to get the yellow card. It wasn't the focus. Thank you. Disappointment. Remember, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that really counts. And that speaks to your experience. And I appreciate you sharing, and sharing in an adroit manner, you know, as an intending Toastmasters. This is what Toastmaster is all about. Speaking off the curve, taking off the challenge, being agile about it. No one is here to seek perfection. It's one of the value of what Toastmaster embodies. This is where we cheer you on. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say it. Then you get evaluated so that you can know how to improve on that. I can see the red card, and this is it for my table topic session. I'd like to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day, and I'll come back and I'll welcome our speaker for today. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for that very skillfully handled table topic section. And thank you to intending Toastmaster Frank for the authenticity. That was a good one. We already have the polls coming up. I'd like to encourage each and every one of us to please select the person we believe really did it for us during that session. We have all three speakers presented. And while we have that, let me quickly check Toastmaster Towing. Are we ready for the table topics evaluation, or do we come back to that?
Good afternoon, my TMOD. Yes, we are ready.
Is Toastmaster Towing on the call?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, fantastic.
Please confirm I'm being heard.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. Just
your video is not on though.
It's flipping, but I can hear you. Yeah. It's a bit challenging, but please, let's give it a try.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good to see your face.
I can see you.
Thank you so much. Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Yes, we can hear and see you.
All right, thank you so much.
Toastmaster, would you
Yes,
allow me to do you a bit of justice by properly introducing you? Will that be okay?
That's fine. Thank you.
Because I don't think I'll be doing you a lot of justice if I don't properly introduce you. Okay, do we have a profile up? Or I'll quickly give a quick an abridged version of Toastmaster Oluwatoyin. All right, so Toastmaster Oluwatoyin is a corporate sales executive with over 5 years of experience in the field of product and proposition development. She's worked for one of the leading financial institutions where she developed value-added products targeted at women entrepreneurs. She's also managed corporate sales in a leading medical diagnostic company. Currently, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin is undergoing her graduate studies in international marketing at the Robert Godding University, Scotland, UK. I think she already finished and she came out in pretty flying colors. Permit me to warmly welcome Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, who will be giving us the evaluation of the Table Topics Master. She's very passionate about change and impact. Over to you, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin. Please take over the virtual lecture.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Olushola, Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am so elated to be here today, and I have watched as how every speaker came onto the virtual lectern and adroitly laid their point out in a very skillful manner. Well done to everyone who spoke today. Well done to the Table Topics Master for such insightful questions. I would like to start very quickly, just to be mindful of our time. I would like to start with the first speaker, our very own veteran, Toastmaster Wale Thomas. I'm always of the opinion that whenever Table Topics is being done, Toastmaster Wale Thomas should not be called because he seems to intimidate every other speaker by his prowess. Toastmaster Wale Thomas, your question was, share a time when you had to press the reset button, and how did that go for you? I am always looking forward to listen to you speak because you have a way of drawing lessons from life issues, from different stories and from personal experiences. And this today was no different. You repeated the question. You are a walking repository of quotes. You always have a quote for every situation. And you gave us a beautiful quote to speak about how much it is important in life to reevaluate your goals. You told us a personal story about how you got married and you had issues based on difference in background and family situations. You also drew lessons out of your story so that people can relate with it better. You used the word of the day as a veteran Toastmaster that you are. I'm not surprised. And you ended with a bang. I couldn't really find anything that you could have done better in your speech today, but I realized that there was a bit of an echo when you were speaking due to the technical issues or audio issues. I'd say it's not really your fault, but maybe sometimes you could try and test, I don't know, but these things are inevitable sometimes, but that's the only issue that I saw that was a little bit distracting. But in all, it was a perfect speech. And we are so happy that you pressed the reset button in your marriage and you have a beautiful family to show for it. Well done, Toastmaster Wale Thomas. The next person is my namesake, intending Toastmaster Oluwatoyin. When I heard there was an Oluwatoyin on the call, I was so eager to look for you and to see you. It's just such a shame that the network would not allow you shine today. None of your faults, because I could see the enthusiasm in you, in your mannerism, and how you were so quick to pick the question, and you were trying to tell us about how you spoke about your career, how if you had an opportunity to press the reset button, your career would have been a place where you would have tried to press the reset button. It was beautiful, and I really wish that the network did not mess up your flow. But we look forward to seeing you speak more in future. In future, probably you could have a backup network. Sometimes we can't really help, but having a backup network, a backup service provider could help in situations like this. Toastmaster Zainab, another person who could intimidate other speakers with their prowess and their adroitness. I don't know if adroitness is a word. Adroitness. Toastmaster Zainab, the question was, imagine you had an opportunity to press the reset button in any aspect of your life. What will you do? Toastmaster Zainab, you're so calm, you're so confident, and you gave us a clear speech. It was clear from beginning to the end. You knew what you wanted to speak about. It felt like you had prepared for this for weeks. It came so naturally to you. You were sincere about your challenges. In as much as you're a speaker that we all look up to, you made us know that you also struggle with things like procrastination, which made your speech more relatable. People could relate to this. I mean, being a procrastinator myself, I know that this is a general challenge, and it was good for us to see how you overcame this by going ahead to start your company. You told us you wish you started earlier, but you also mentioned the impact that your company has had. Although you didn't start it as early as you wanted to, you were smiling all through, which made us calm and connect to you. Well done, Toastmaster Zainab. I would have loved if you spoke about what your company does. You told us about your company, about the impact, but you didn't tell us what your company does. This could have been a good time to share with us what your company does and even inspire someone who has similar goals to be able to reach out to you outside this speech and get insights. But it was a beautiful one. And finally, we had in 10 minutes Master Frank. There was a quote shared that says, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts," by Winston Churchill. And we are asked to talk about what it means to you. Intending to sort of Frank, you are a confident speaker. I could see that in how you spoke today, that you're a very confident speaker. You excelled in storytelling. You told us about how you reflected on past events, and you told us about the lessons you derived from this reflection. And you gave us a very beautiful conclusion in that anything that is worth doing is worth doing well. We should all do things well at the right time. I like that you were clear, your camera was clear, your audio was clear, but I would have loved if you look into the camera and you were not distracted by the timing cards. You were giving us a very beautiful speech until you said, "I know I've seen the green card now, I don't see the yellow." That was a tad distracting for the audience. We would have loved for you to continue. The timing cards are just for you to take note of your time and not to vocally talk about it, else you would also point your audience attention to the timing cards, which happened, and the attention was turned away from your speech. So in future, just note the timing card, try to round off as soon as you can and end with a bang. But it's a beautiful one, and I look forward to seeing you speak more. I can't wait to hear your baritone voice very soon as a Toastmaster, as a full Toastmaster, and I look forward to seeing you speak on more virtual lectures and physical lectures as well. Thank you so much to all the speakers. Thank you to all the role players, especially the Toastmaster, the Tabletop Toastmaster. Those were beautiful questions and it helped us to all reflect. Well done, and back to you, my very amazing Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Olushola.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, our table topic evaluator for today. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for that section of today's meeting, the table topics section. Before we move on to the next section, which is for prepared speeches, we are going to have a special presentation. Now, to do justice to the introduction of our speaker for today's special presentation, I'm going to turn the virtual lantern over to the LEARNTOR Toastmaster president. Shall I call her outgoing? I think that would kind of excite her a bit. The outgoing. Toastmaster Mercy, take over the virtual lantern and do us the honor of introducing DTM Stella for the special presentation.
Oh, wow. It's an honor to have this introduction done with DTM Stella. Is she on the call? As much as I'm excited to hand over the responsibility as president, another phase of the journey of Toastmaster is beginning. And that's the beauty of learning. Learning never stops. It does never stop. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve. The highs, the low, the beauty, the ugly, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. It's been an experience for me. And to cap it, meeting this woman in life, real persons, besides speaking. Distinguished Toastmaster Stella is a banker, a certified communication and leadership professional with over 15 years experience. I don't know why you didn't have that you are a certified professional Scrum Master. She is, and a proud Toastmaster LEARNTOR alumni from Quad 5. I have to brag about it. Allow me to bask in it. She has served as club treasurer, 2 times club president, and 2 times welfare chair. And I think that's one of the things that made her very distinct. Welfare chair and area director. She is the club sponsor for Apple Hill Diamond and served as club mentor for Water Corn Toastmasters Club. 2 times welfare chair for the division, E for Division E, currently Division Director, E covering 25 clubs in Abuja, Northern Nigeria, where she led the division to become the best division in 2023, and one, which she forgot to add, the most outstanding Toastmaster of the Year in District 94. I am honored. By the way, in addition to that, under our division, she had over 19 clubs made President Distinguished that was awarded in Lome. I am super proud and I'm super humbled and grateful to have her as my friend, my mentor, my coach. She doesn't know she's wearing all of the hats. And a proud LEARNTOR alumni. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Stella George. I got my doctor.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Mercy. Please confirm you can hear me.
Clearly, loud.
All right. Good evening, adroit LEARNTOR members. It is indeed my pleasure to be with you this evening at your change of guard. Very significant moment in the life of this club. I usually don't take change of guard. It's not okay. This is not a change of guard. Oh, so apologies. Okay, fantastic. All right. So today I'll be speaking to you about your goals, resetting your goals and aligning for success. And permit me, I will use Toastmasters example the most because that will be more relatable to us this evening. Let's start from the beginning. Of course, I know we all know what goals are, but just to refresh our memory, we say that goals are just the desired results that you or your team intend to achieve. Now you plan for it and you also commit to achieving that goal. So simply put, a goal is a dream with a timeline or with a deadline. So why do we need to reset our goal? What happened to the goals that we set earlier? Why do we have to reset it? 2 things come to my mind. One could be that you set an unrealistic goal, and so now you have to reset. Or that you are not committed to the goal. You are not being consistent with the plans. And so you have to go back to realign. There's nothing wrong with that. Once you are able to realize that there is a need for reset, there's a need for realignment, that is the beginning of success. I'll be sharing with you just tips on how I achieved the division of the year in the whole of West and Central Africa and became the division director of the year in the whole of West and Central Africa. It's simply about goals, resetting, realigning for success. And that is why I really love this topic. So you can set goal in every aspect of your life. I'm going to touch on just some of these aspects that will focus on our Toastmaster goals. It could be your health goals. You must set a SMART goal. We have heard about the SMART goal. It has to be specific. It has to be measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. We say these things all the time, but the truth of the matter is that, do we really set SMART goals? So you take your health, for example. When we're in our 10 and 20s, the way we take our health should not be the way we take our health as we are approaching 40 and 50s. What health goals have you set for yourself? And if you want to apply the SMART principle to it, you ask yourself, is this specific? So you say, oh, I want to live a healthy life. Oh, good. But what does living a healthy life mean in terms of setting goals? So you have to be specific to say, oh, I want to run how many miles in a day? Oh, I want to do how many sit-ups in a day? That is being specific. That is being timely. That is being measurable, and that is being realistic. Instead of saying, oh, I want to be the next Usain Bolt, just for fun, you know that that is not realistic, especially when you have not been in that sport. So sometimes this is the way we set goals that are unrealistic, and it becomes difficult for us to achieve them. So you move to other goals, financial goals. So you say for the year 2023, this is what I want to hit in terms of my finances. And these are the specific things I would like to do in order to hit this goal. Remember what I said before? A goal is your desired result that you plan and you commit to achieving. So sometimes we do the planning, but we leave the commitment part of it. So if we bring it down, let me bring it home so that, yes, there you can now apply it to other areas of your life, to our Toastmasters goals. How did I set a SMART goal, for instance? Let me let you know that at some point I had to reset, because when we started, it looks as if, oh, what are we trying to achieve? I had a very big, audacious, hairy goal that I felt was not being specific. So I had to realign. I had to call my team and we sat and I said, see, I want us to set a SMART goal. Specific. So as a division, what specific goal do I want to achieve? As a club, what specific goal? If you just say, I want to be the best club in the district, what does being the best club mean? And to me, I asked myself, what does being the best division mean? And it meant that I want to become a president distinguished division. That becomes a specific goal. Measurable. How am I able to measure that I've achieved this goal? So I looked at the criteria, what I call the KPIs, the key performance indicators. And they are that, Stella, if you want to become a president distinguished division, you must not lose any club. In fact, you must have a net growth of minimum 1 club. The same thing with a club. You ask yourself, as a club, if I want to become a president distinguished club, that is my goal, specific. Then how will I measure it? You now begin to look at the dashboard to say, oh, the educational goals, I need to meet this, I need to meet that. I need 4 members that will give me 3 levels. I need 2 members that will give me 2 levels. I need 1 member that will give me a DTM. You can see that it's measurable. Then the next thing is this attainable? Of course it is. For me, I looked at it. It is. I will be able to add a minimum of 1 club, and I will ensure that I do not lose any club. Is this goal realistic? That was the question. Is it realistic? I looked at it. I said, very, very realistic. If I am given a division, the minimum I should do is ensure that I don't lose any club. And so the only thing that I need to do now is to maintain these clubs and add 1 club. That makes me a president distinguished division. Realistic goal. It wasn't too much. Timeliness. The next question is, when am I supposed to do this? Of course, you know that the Toastmaster calendar year is just 1, from July 1st to June 30th. So if I know that this is the timeline, I have to work smart to say, between the July 1st to, let's say, May, when we are supposed to be going to Lomé, I should be able to achieve those goals so that I will earn this award and collect it in person. Timeliness. Because the truth of the matter, let me tell you, some clubs will achieve the president distinguished on the 30th of June. Yes, they've achieved it. However, did they collect the award in Lomé? No. So if you're setting a goal, you have to ensure that you follow the SMART principle in everything that you're doing. It's applicable. As an individual, you join Toastmasters. The question is your why. Why did I join? Why am I here? You have set a goal for yourself to say, when you look at the Toastmasters hierarchy of needs, some people joined at the basic level where they just want to overcome their fear of public speaking. Their goal is to overcome their fear of public speaking. And so for those people, I want to urge them that what you need to do is that you need to start speaking. In Toastmasters, we learn by doing. So for you to meet that goal, you have to start, take up your role, enter into your base camp, start your journey. You cannot wait and be watching others grow. And others join at the level of safety. Oh, they want a safe and conducive environment where they can practice and learn. Now the platform is there. Are you using it? For others, they are at the self-actualization phase, where they want to begin to impact others, where they want to begin to live a life that will change their world, a life of transformation. For me, I think that is the level where I am. But the question is, you get to that level, some of us are not using their skills and their talent to affect their community. So if you're not careful, you will continue to reset, to realign every time because you're not setting a smart goal. And secondly, if you don't understand the level where you are at every point in time, you might not be able to set a smart goal. So if you join Toastmaster today, and the next thing you are telling people is, I want to become a DTM, is that the goal? Maybe you have a short-term, medium-term, and long-term goal. But I will advise that you hit your short-term goal, you move to the medium term, then you move to the long term. Because you see some people, they are in Toastmasters 5 years, 10 years, but in terms of measuring the growth and development, it's neither here nor there. So you need to set a goal. If you want to be a DTM, of course, with all pleasure, you need to find out, what do I require to be a DTM? If you want to just finish all the levels, all the paths, you need to know what you have to do. So to be a DTM, you get all the details. Oh, I have to sponsor a club. I have to be a club mentor. I need to finish 2 parts. I need to do a community project. You get those details from the beginning and you follow your goal smartly. So to LEARNTOR Toastmasters this evening, I am super proud of this club. They achieved the President Distinguished Award and they collected their award in Lome. And I dare say that this club set a smart goal. They grew their membership. They became the President Distinguished. Their members, they learned and they grew. So if you're here this evening and you feel that, oh, my goals are not that smart, it is not too late to realign, to reset, to go back and look at it again. You can look at it again and say, no, this one, I don't think I will achieve this now. Let me go for the low-hanging fruits and hit those goals in a smart way. It is not too late to reset, to realign for success, because we all have the same opportunity to hit success. Thank you so much, LEARNTOR. I don't want to overshoot my time. Did anybody hear me?
Yes, we did. And that was absolutely amazing. You took the roof off of the house. Thank you so much, DTM Stellar. That was really, really challenging. And that was adroitly delivered. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're really feeling this meeting this afternoon. This is what it is all about. For us to reset our goals. Now we know how to do it in a very smart way, and we know how to realign ourselves. In the interest of time, we will be going to the next bucket of activities, which is really around prepared speeches. The first speaker is Toastmaster Zainab. Do we have a profile? Let's quickly try to make up a bit for lost time here and there. While we're trying to project Toastmaster Zainab's profile, we're supposed to actually have a break and networking period for about 5 minutes. We will have to skip on that because we're really behind on time. Who's helping me with?
Please, my apology. Toastmaster Clementina, please, the division director needs the speech details. I've sent you messages. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Thank you, Toastmaster Mercy, for that call out. All right, let me quickly fall back. Okay, so let me just quickly do a quick introduction for Toastmaster Zainab. Yeah, so who's evaluating her? That will be DTM Harriet. So the introduction will be for DTM Harriet, and she will then tell us about Toastmaster Zainab's speech and the purpose of that speech. Do we have the profile for DTM Harriet? All right. DTM Harriet Tinker DTM is described as a superwoman and a woman who wears many hats. She is an example of finding a need in the community and filling it. Our students know her as a powerhouse role model who makes being genuine the most powerful thing. She is the CEO of the award-winning social enterprise Empower Me, Inc., whose mission is to inspire and empower youth to reach unlimited potential. She describes her life as moving from tragic to magic. Please join me with a warm round of welcome for DTM Harriet as she introduces the prepared speech for Toastmaster Zainab. Over to you, DTM Harriet.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Olusola. I'm excited to be the evaluator today for our speaker. And I also want to recognize our district directors, Abdullah, I believe it's Abdullah, I hope I didn't butcher your name, Jamal, as well as Stella George. I want to recognize our district director, our fellow Toastmasters, and especially our speaker today. Now, our speaker today's purpose will be her purpose of this project will be to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. This is a high performance project. So this is phase 1 of her project. And in addition to evaluating what her purpose is, I'll also be evaluating her on the GLOVE, which is her gesture, language, organization, vocal variety, and enthusiasm. And because she is a TED Talk speaker, my evaluation of her will be at a high level. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Oh my, I was speaking while on mute. Thank you very much, DTM Harriet. Without much ado, with that introduction, let's quickly bring Toastmaster Zainab to the virtual lantern. She is an educational consultant, early years educator, a TEDx speaker, as rightly alluded by DTM Harriet, evaluator, and public speaking enthusiast. She is a certified applied education analyst trainer with ISEC Europe. She's the founder, ProTeach Consults, a personal development and educational consultancy company. She's past president of Commercial of TMC, a food enthusiast, a multilingualist, a audiophile, I'm not sure I know what that is yet, and a book lover. I had the pleasure of meeting her at the just concluded Toastmasters Nigerian conference. So it gives me great pleasure to invite to the virtual lantern Toastmaster Zainab Adam. Over to you, please break a leg.
Thank you most kindly, Toastmaster of the Day. I want to confirm that I'm audible, please. Madam, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Winston Churchill, the former Prime Minister of United Kingdom, once said, and I quote, "He who fails to plan is planning to fail." So with a great honor today, I have the great pleasure of sharing with you the comprehensive project plan for our upcoming public speaking workshop. I will walk you through the entire journey from ideation to delivery, highlighting the key aspects that will contribute to the success of this project. It all begins with an idea. The initial spark of inspiration ignites the desire to create a platform where individuals can develop their public speaking skills. Our team members brainstormed ideas. They conducted research and analyzed the needs of our target audience. We recognize the growing demand for effective communication, as well as
Is she frozen or is it me?
I actually thought it was my network.
Okay.
She was.
Okay.
She was.
Master Zainab, do we still have you on the call? Looks like there was a bit of a network glitch there. Let's see if she's still with us on the call. Master Zainab, please indicate if you're still on the call.
Maybe we can segue to the next speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should probably do that. Let's just quickly pivot to the next speaker for the sake of time.
hello.
We would have to reset on that. This is a typical reset opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'd love to introduce.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I think she's back. She's back.
Oh, she's back.
On the call.
Toastmasters, Zainab.
I apologize. I'm having a little bit of a network problem.
That seems to be common in the days of virtual. All right, let's turn it back to you so that you can take it away. Thank you.
All right, should I start again or did I just continue from where I stopped?
Toastmasters, Zainab, just please continue from where you began. You don't have to begin. I'll evaluate you from where you ended. So carry on from where you ended.
All right, thank you very much. So it all starts with an idea, and the initial spark of inspiration ignites the desire to create a platform where people can develop their public speaking skills. Our team brainstormed, conducted research, and analyzed the needs of our target audience. And we recognized the growing demand of effective communication and transformative impact. With this understanding, we crafted a vision for a workshop that will empower individuals to become confident and compelling speakers. We formed a dedicated team to bring this vision to life. We all understand the role that collaboration and teamwork plays in executing a project. So we went into planning. Our team comprised of people from diverse work and expertise, and together we developed a project plan outlining our objectives, our timelines, and deliverables required to achieve our goals. One thing we worked on was ensuring that we had the right venue. For this to be actualized, it's important that we have a spacious venue that is comfortable and conducive for learning of public speaking as well as practicing it. We ensure that the venue has something as audio visuals, as well as a good seating arrangement that will encourage interactive communication. Another thing we ensure that we put in place in ensuring that the participants are very well comfortable. We ensure that we also put a marketing strategy, a robust marketing strategy in place. This means leveraging on social media marketing, online marketing, email marketing, as well as traditional marketing, which meant that we needed to speak to individuals to ensure that they understand what this workshop is going to be about. And in order to meet our target audience, we had to put all manner of marketing strategies in place. Another thing we did is also, another thing we hope to do for this upcoming workshop is also ensure that we put in place participant satisfaction. Our participants are coming into this workshop to learn to develop their public speaking skills. So it meant that we need to put a comprehensive curriculum in place, a curriculum that will support this learning, as well as facilitators that will ensure that they give an interactive and very constructive session to all of our participants. Another thing we have to put in place, or we're ensuring that we're putting in place, is also feedback. Because feedback is the food for champions, we need to have the opportunity for participants to give us feedback so that we can see areas that we can improve upon. For this, we have decided to put feedback forms in place where our participants will give us how we fare in the project, as well as areas we can improve upon. We also leave an open door for our team members to communicate on areas they have noticed that we need to improve upon and areas we're doing well at. With putting all of this in place, we believe that this workshop is indeed going to be a success. In conclusion, I believe with an effective team, carefully chosen venue, as well as a robust marketing strategy, participant satisfaction, as well as an exceptional feedback platform, we are going to achieve a very successful platform, create a successful platform where we can allow our participants and any individual who is coming in to develop their public speaking skills to have an environment where they can become confident and compelling speakers. Thank you so much for listening, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Wow, thank you so much, Toastmaster Zainab. That was really awesome, in spite of the earlier issues around the network. Can I just check if Toastmaster LEARNTOR is on the call?
Yes, I am on the call.
All right, thank you. So let's quickly introduce Toastmaster LEARNTOR this evaluator, and that will be Toastmaster Josephine Adono. All right. Toastmaster Josephine Agolo is an entrepreneur who loves shopping. She joined Toastmasters in 2021. She's currently serving as the secretary of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. She's equally the vice president membership of Victoria Bay Toastmasters Club and administrative officer 2 of Division F. One of our favorite quotes is, "I believe that the most important single thing beyond discipline and creativity is daring to dare," which is a quote from Maya Angelou. She will be evaluating Toastmaster LEARNTOR's speech this afternoon. So join me with a rousing welcome to the virtual lantern, Josephine Agolo, Toastmaster. I don't know, I think I was about to call you DTM, so I don't know if I'm speaking prophetically or whatever. So over to you, Toastmaster Josephine Agolo. You may still be on mute.
Toastmaster Agolo, I can't hear you.
We can't hear you. You're probably speaking on mute.
Check your audio. Check your audio.
Just check your audio.
Connection.
You might also want to log out and come back in again.
All right, so let's quickly readjust while she's trying to come back.
Toastmaster Agolo, you might log out and log in again.
Toastmaster Josephine, do you want to log out and log in again? While you're doing that, let me quickly introduce Toastmaster LEARNTOR just to save a bit on time. Then we'll get Toastmaster Josephine to come and give us the speech purpose. Toastmaster LEARNTOR is an HR consultant with over 10 years professional experience across customer relationship management, talent management, and human resources consulting. She is a director and the business manager at Mabu Claire Limited, a full-service HR firm, as well as the founder of Tribe Initial, which is a non-profit committed to helping ladies live a purposeful and fulfilled life. LEARNTOR had a first and second degree at the University of Ibadan in Nigeria. She's certified to practice HR both domestically and internationally. She is a Young African Leadership Initiative Fellow, a Cherry Blair Foundation for Women alumni, and an ardent believer of possibilities. She loves sightseeing, exploring life, and meeting interesting people. What an awesome combination. So with that, I have introduced Toastmaster LEARNTOR, who is going to be giving the second prepared speech. But we need Toastmaster Josephine back on the call to describe to the audience the purpose of that speech before she commences. Toastmaster Josephine, are you back now?
Yes, I am back. Apologies for the network glitches. Okay, I appreciate you, our adroit Toastmaster of the day, for your kind introduction. Jolly good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and Android guests. My name is Josephine, like I'm learning my name, Josephine Agolo, and I'll be providing evaluation to Toastmaster Toby's speech. She will be speaking from the persuasive influence pathway. The rationale behind this speech is for the member to develop a personal strategy for building connections through networking, to share some aspects of our experience networking. I will be looking out for adroit clarity of spoken language, adroitness in vocal variety, adroit gestures, and all whatnot. The speaking duration is from 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Toby, you are an adroit speaker. I see you delivering the speech adroitly. Break a leg. And it's back to you, our Android Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Olushola.
Thank you, Toastmaster Josephine. Very well done, skillfully and agilely done as well. Without further ado, let's turn it over to Toastmaster Olorotobi. Please go for it, Toastmaster Toby.
Thank you so much. Am I being seen clearly and heard?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you. The Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I need the contact of a Toastmaster in Abuja. Do you have, or do you know someone who does? My child needs to do IT, and we have tried endlessly getting a good organization for her. Do you know someone who does, or who can be of help? Toastmaster Chidi, do you know someone who works at the commercial bank? My account has had problems for weeks, and I've been unable to get it resolved. Toastmaster Zainab, I've just gotten a job in Abuja. Do you know who I can stay with for the meantime while I settle down? Endlessly, these are some of the questions we keep asking. I'm sure you have lost count of how many times you have asked similar questions or the same questions that I just asked. Your network is your network. All these questions points to one thing, the power of your network. Some call it connection, some call it contact, some call it friends, some call it family, some call it idol, which means magic in English, the movers and the shakers. I remember my very memorable experience with networking as a fresh graduate. I just finished school, waiting for NYC, and I was teaching in the school. So as I walked back home on my streets this fortunate day, I met a young man who approached me and introduced himself. He said, "You look like my girlfriend." I said, you said? I remember with a smile, I said, "Thank you. My name is Toby. I work as a teacher in a school. What do you do? And how long have you been living here?" I guess you are expecting to hear that maybe he toasted me eventually. Over time, we became friends. And guess what? Many years after, when I wanted to cross into HR, I searched endlessly for a good consulting firm in Ibadan, and I couldn't find. In my confusion, I called him, who was now based in Lagos, and I told him, "Do you know any good HR consulting firm in Ibadan that I can work with or intern with?" With a pause, he said, "I know someone who works in a similar company. Give me a minute." He dropped the call and called his contact. Long story short, I got an appointment with his contact and eventually got an appointment with the MD of an HR consulting firm in Ibadan. And that was the beginning of a total shift of my career. Who would have thought that a casual friend met on the street where you didn't even know you needed him would have been of such huge help. That is one of the benefits I have enjoyed from networking. Some others include exchange of value, getting value from the resources and the knowledge of others, access to information, access to opportunities, ability to be able to help others through others. A wise man once said, God blesses you through people. Goals are achieved through people. A number of people say they are scared of networking. I would rather say, you are not scared of networking. You do not know the value of networking. You do not know what you are missing. And you probably do not know the value that you want to sell. Like I said, your network is your network. In my journey, and part of the principles I used during the recently completed Toastmasters conference is that, firstly, in networking, relax. Networking is not about the sophistication. It's not about looking at the faces of the people that smiling but are not welcoming. It's not about luxury. It's not about being who you are not. Just relax and be yourself. It is about the exchange of value. What value are you bringing to the table? What value can your experience or your network or your knowledge bring to whoever you come across? Also, in networking, there is no perfect time. Don't wait for the perfect time. Following your set goals for any networking investment is to set the goal of how many people do I want to meet and why, who are the kind of people I want to meet. And the perfect timing is that once you set your foot into the venue, networking has started. You can meet your kind of person right from the gates, while eating, in the restroom, while taking pictures, anyway. Networking has started. Don't wait for a perfect time. Kate Ferris says, the currency of networking is not greed, but generosity. What value are you bringing for being part of my network? Fellow Toastmasters, perhaps, do you know anyone or someone that can give me a good HR deal this coming week? Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster LEARNTOR, for that wonderful speech. Or shall I say delivery of your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of the second segment of today's meeting. I know we're fast approaching the close of the meeting, but we will not have done justice to ourselves and to the meeting if we do not close out on this next set of activities, which is really the evaluation of both the prepared speeches as well as the overall performance of the meeting in general. And to do that for us, I will be relinquishing control of the virtual lectern to our general evaluator for today's meeting. Toastmaster Liz, this queen of smiles. Over to you, Toastmaster Liz, to take us through the evaluation of both the speeches and the meeting as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you most kindly, TMOD and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Once again, good evening. Feedback is said to be the breakfast of champions. At this time, we are at the last lap of this meeting, which is the evaluation section. And to begin this, I'd like to call on the evaluator of our first speaker, DTM Harriet, to give us her evaluation for Toastmaster Zainab's speech. DTM Harriet, the virtual line is here.
Thank you, GE Liz. I'm excited to be the evaluator for Zainab Adam. Zainab, you captivated us with her Android, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, storytelling, and her presentation was more informative than inspirational, and that's the purpose of this particular speech. And you did achieve your purpose, which was what your goal was for the speech today. What I really liked is as soon as you got onto the virtual stage, you asked if you were audible so that you can be sure that your message will be received. And you started off with a quote by Sir Winston Churchill, which to me was great because sometimes I have noticed in some cases, people present quotes that do not resonate to their speech. Sometimes people present quotes so they can sound very intellectual. But in your case, this wasn't the case. Your quote was relatable, and you even applied it to your speech by saying, in my particular project, my team, we were planning, we had a team and a venue, and you spoke about all those things to relate to the quote to say, if you don't plan, if he who fails to plan, fails to plan, you know what I mean? I can't say it correctly, but your quote was we could resonate to your speech because it's relatable. You're also credible because the way you dressed, you came in with authority, showing the audience that I'm ready to present a professional speech to show that I planned this. Look at how I'm dressed. So that spoke a lot to your credibility. And you also built a connection with your eye contact as you looked into the camera. We were able to see you and trust you. And this is important as a speaker. We want to build that trust. And you also use gestures to present some of the things that you were speaking about, how you're planning with your team and on and on and on. Now, I'm going to steal a sentence from our GE who said it earlier because it really resonated to me. She said, the room for improvement is the biggest room in the world. That's why I'm going to share areas for you. We're going to get into that room and I'm going to show you areas for you that you could improve on. Perhaps it's just me, but when you started off your speech, I did not know what your project was about. It was later on that I understood what your project was about. Perhaps in the future, you could ask a question to the audience to get us engaged. Ask us, have you ever planned a project? Have you ever set a goal? Questions like that, so we can know, okay, this is going to be a project. And also the other thing that you can say is keep repeating and just saying to us, I set it up project. It was about creating presentation so that we know, okay, this is going to be about that. The other thing is you did not use pauses as you spoke. You could just tell us, I had a team. Give the audience an awkward moment so that they can digest what you're saying. And also the other thing is you said, because my time is ending, I'll finish here. Last words linger. What I would recommend, because you set it off with a quote, end with a quote, something like, a man who does not plan long ahead will find trouble at his door, so that you can create a loop from the beginning to the end. So it ties in and it's tight. Overall, well done. I can't wait to see your next speech. You did very well by presenting yourself, professionalism, areas of improvement. I would recommend that you ask questions, engage the audience, and end the quote, your speech with a quote, because you set it off with a quote. Well done. I look forward to your next speech. Back to you, GE, Liz.
Pardon me, I did not know I was muted. Thank you for that evaluation. Now we move to our next speaker's evaluator, who is Toastmaster Josephine. She'll be evaluating Toastmaster LEARNTOR's speech. Toastmaster Josephine, the virtual line is yours.
Thank you very kindly, our adroit, general evaluator, the Queen of Smiles, Toastmaster Elizabeth. Jolly good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I will provide you an evaluation for Toastmaster Toby. Very well done, Toastmaster Toby. I wasn't mixing words when I said that you are an adroit speaker, a very cool, calm, and collective speaker. You took us on a journey. First of all, I like the fact that your speech had clear spoken language. We could hear everything that you were saying from the beginning to the end of your speech. I also like the fact that you had this great audience engagement. You adroitly used rhetorical questions to keep us engaged all through your speech. That was exquisitely and adroitly done. Very well done. Thank you so much. What would I have loved you to do? I would have loved you to incorporate the word of the day. That is to show mind presence. When we incorporate the word of the day, it actually shows that we are in the meeting, we are part of the meeting, we are here, we are actually right here in the meeting. The next thing I would have loved you to do, at most part of your speech, I saw that you were clasping your hand. I would have loved you to put your hands by your side. When you need to explain something, you bring them forward instead of clasping them in front of you. Very well done. The most exquisite part of your speech that I love, top notch, that I would say every Toastmaster, every one that wants to write a speech in Toastmasters should incorporate, is the fact that your speech had a clear opening, it had a body, and it also had a conclusion. You gave us a quote that will not leave my head quickly, that your network is your net worth. That is resounding. And you closed it with a charge that asking us a question, what actually are you bringing to the table of my networking with you? I can't forget that in a hurry. Toastmaster Toby, I must say that you have adroitly and skillfully fulfilled the purpose of the speech. Bravo, I see a champion in you. Keep speaking, Toastmaster Toby. Very well done. Thank you. And it's back to you, our Android General Evaluator, the exquisite looking Queen of Smiles, Toastmaster Elizabeth.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Josephine, for such an adroitly delivered evaluation. Thank you. And thank you for making all of us know more about that speech. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, now I'll be calling on other members of my team to give very briefly, like when I mean briefly, their evaluation. First of all, I'll call on our grammarian for today's meeting, DTM Chidi, to give us her evaluation of the meeting. Thank you.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you for the opportunity to return to give my reports. The Queen of Smiles said I should give a brief report. I wonder how this is going to happen with the mountain load of assignments that our skillful and adroit speakers have given to me today. I am excited to provide you with a brief report on the language usage, which I've observed during today's meeting. Our chosen word of the day was adroit, which means skillful or clever. I am happy to report, Madam General Evaluator, that the enthusiasm for using this word of the day was evident because a lot of speakers did incorporate it in their speech. I also noticed that certain speakers very generously use the synonyms of this word.
let me start with reporting the usage of the word of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Olusola, used the word twice. He used adroit and he used adroitly, and he used them in impeccable fashion. Our general evaluator was magnanimous to use adroit, to use adroitly, to use adroitness. And overall, I recorded 7 usage from her. Toastmaster Mercy, our Toastmaster Tabletop Master, who has said she is not competitive, I would allow other members go ahead with the competition. Use the word of the day, adroit, 3 times. She used adroitly twice. And she incorporated a synonym, agile, which she used 3 times. Toastmaster Wale Thomas used the word of the day 3 times and also used agile once. He used dexterity once. That was very well done, Toastmaster Wale. Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, a table topics evaluator, used the word of the day 5 times. She used it in the format of adroit, adroitly, and adroitness. A distinguished Toastmaster Harriet recorded 2 usage of the word of the day, adroit. Toastmaster Zainab, I recorded 1 usage of the word adroit, and I recorded a usage of the word clever, which is a synonym of adroit. Toastmaster Josephine, wow, she used the word of the day, a whooping 8 times, adroit, adroitly, and she used skillfully twice. Toastmaster Mohammed, in the chat box, he used the word adroit once. Overall, we recorded over 20 usage of the word of the day. Certain words, which are phrases that I love, that I heard from our speakers. The Toastmaster of the day used the word, said, took the roof off of the house. That in itself was both interesting and an enthralling phrase. Toastmaster, he also used the word pivot, which means to turn around. It basically implies a change in direction or a change in strategy. He could have easily just said, let us change, but he used pivot. Toastmaster Mercy used segue, which also means a seamless flow, transitioning from one part of an action to another. Mr. Timer, I can see the red card. I'm going to try to rush that. This time, Harriet used a synonym, blame, which it's the first time I'm hearing that. Speaking about how she was going to evaluate the speaker, talking about the grammar, talking about language, talking about body movement and core. Let me not go into that. I had initial spark of inspiration from Toastmaster Zainab. I think that was a skillful use of words. Now, let me report on the not so good usage of grammar, which I heard. Toastmaster Frank, while he was speaking, he said, really, really. Most times we use this in informal speaking when we want to convey a higher level of, or intense feeling, or a higher level of conviction of something. I would encourage that in a formal setting, instead of using really, really, you could use just really, or you say extremely, tremendously. That also conveys the same meaning. I did hear Toastmaster Toby say, I said, you said. I would encourage you, rather, instead of saying, I said, you said, say, pardon, excuse me. That does convey, we would elevate your grammar a bit more. And also when you said, toasted me eventually, that's an informal speech. If you proposed me, that also conveys the same meaning of asked me out or invited me out for a date or something. And also, instead of saying didn't even know, you could use you could use phrases like you had no idea, you were clueless, you were oblivious. These are formal ways of conveying the same meaning in our speech rather than using the informal version. Forgive me, Mr. Timer, Madam General Evaluator, I would pause my report at this point. I recognize that I've gone over time. I was not very adroit in the use of time at this point. But over to you, Madam General Evaluator, and well done everyone on grammar usage and the usage of the word of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly, BTMTD, for that report. Thank you for the new lecture that we have just gotten today. Thank you. Now we move to our listening evaluator who also stood in as our counter for this meeting. So she'll be giving us 2 reports at this meeting. Toastmaster Clementina, the virtual intern is here.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be back one more time to give a report of how we fared as regards to listening and the use of filler words. So starting with the listening evaluation, I would ask a question. Life gives you what you deserve and not what you want. Who said that?
This was a Wally Thomas.
Yay! Applause for you. Thank you. And then moving over to the use of the filler words, I would like to say that in today's meeting, we did quite well. Although for some time in the meeting, my network was off, so I might have missed, or anyone who had used a filler word might have escaped my recording. Yeah. So, but for the time in which I was at the meeting, I would say Toastmaster Zainab used twice. Toastmaster Oloruntobi also used twice. And then I also used twice. Overall, I want to say that it's been a very good meeting and thank you very much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you most kindly, Dame Clementina, for standing in as the accountant and for giving those 2 reports swiftly. Thank you. Now we move to the timekeeper to give us his report. I know we've not fared well, but let him give us this report. This is the Shire.
All right, thank you very kindly, GE. So here's just our performance on timing. For the individual role players, yes, everybody was in time. We had people speaking according to the time allotted. For all the table topic speakers, all green, we are good there. So everybody's eligible to be voted, to vote and be voted for if that is correct in Toastmasters balance. And yes, the prepared speech, we also had all speaking within the time allotted. For our role players, the people that we should frown at a little is probably the grammarian. She apologized, 5 minutes, 33 seconds was like a full speech itself. Then we have the prepared speech evaluation done by the team. Harriet by 3 minutes, 40 seconds, just some 10 seconds above the allotted time of 3 minutes, maximum time of 3 minutes, 30 seconds. In all, we did not do very well with timing. I guess we can do more with transitioning and introduction, but overall, the role players and the speakers did just what they should do, except for the few that I've mentioned. And over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Shayo, for that. Thank you. Now, I will begin as the general evaluator. This meeting, the theme is resetting our goal. And like I mentioned earlier, our evaluation will be to help us individually and the club as well to evaluate our goal. What's my evaluation for this meeting? I must commend the fact that the meeting room was open and role players were, almost all the role players were on the call at least 5 minutes before the meeting started, which is a good one. I must also commend the fact that we introduced a lecture in line with the topic for today to help us understand what the theme is all about. I would also like to commend the fact that we had people who made the meeting very lively, both on the call, having their videos on, and in the chat room, giving feedback to everyone there and using the word of the day. The grammarian kept putting the word of the day, which is a good one, to make people remember that we have a word of the day. I would also like to commend the fact that this meeting started with 28 persons on the call. And as I speak now, even though we are 18 minutes above the time, we still have 23 persons on the call. It's a good one. And that is kudos to the publicity team. Good for that. Now, I would just like to recommend a few things which I observed at the meeting. Since we had almost 20 persons on the call before 3 p.m., I expected that at 3 p.m. the meeting should have started, but we had a chit chat till until 5 minutes before the call. We could do better. Start our meeting at exactly 3 p.m., especially when all role players are on the call. It would help us save time. Another thing I would like to recommend is that where we're going to be having a training outside the prepared speech, the table topics should just be 2 questions to minimize time. There's a possibility of network hitches, just like we saw. We cannot rule out that. So what we can control, we should learn to control by reducing the speeches, the table topic speech, to make time for this. Overall, the meeting was awesome. It was informative, it was educative, and for me, it's something that I would like to have again. I also like the fact that we had intending members giving speeches during the table topics. It's a good one to encourage them to give speeches as such for such time. So for the learning here, for the new administration, how to reset the goal, watch the time. The timing, respecting of people's time is one of the values of Toastmasters. And I believe that we can reset that goal and make it even much easier. It's been a pleasure serving as the general evaluator for today's meeting. I want to thank you all for staying here and for the honor of allowing me to be your general evaluator today. So until we meet again at our next meeting, oh, I would not forget this, our tradition. I need to call who I would like to be our general evaluator, or handpick who I would like to be our general evaluator for our first meeting in July. And that's the new year.
Point of order, general evaluator. You need to first hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. And we still have some things on the agenda that needs to be done. So you need to hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. And we still have to talk about the change of guard for members. Thank you so much.
Okay.
General evaluator.
Okay. So right now, thank you, Madam President, for that. I'll now hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Olushola. Thank you, and have a good evening. All.
Thank you very, very much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Lees, to all our role players. Thank you very much to the various members on the call, to our visitors. Thank you very much. A sincere apology that we've overshot our time. This is not in our usual character. I take full responsibility for that. We will definitely do better. Without much ado, I hope that at the end of today's meeting, you have been able to learn a thing or two about resetting your goals, about recalibrating, and about realigning your goals for the rest of the year. So with that said, allow me to quickly hand over to the outgoing president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club for announcements and closing remarks. Toastmaster Mercy, the virtual lantern is yours for the final time as president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you see, I'm part of resetting my button. The wig has gone off. So just bear with me. Very quick one. We have a change of guard happening next Sunday. And we are only accommodating 50 physical attendees. And outside of 50 physical attendees, we are now, everybody else can join us virtually. It's going to be an explosive experience, if I might say that, if you could permit me to say that. As much as I'm excited, it's been a beautiful learning experience as a president. And And I'm super, super, super grateful for every opportunity that I've had as a president. But honestly, without you, this whole experience wouldn't mean anything at all. So if you could quickly see my screen, we're expecting the beautiful. I was at a book launch yesterday. It was such an immersive experience. You had the Deputy Governor of Lagos there. I'm inviting you to join us next Sunday, live in Ikeja. There's going to be a form that is going to be dropped for you in the chat. Please just RSVP whether you're coming physically or virtually. That way we need to accommodate everyone that is going to be on ground and is going to be present. All right. Who is excited for the change of God? A time for us to let our heads down, to have a good time, to have a party. But I just want to take a moment to say thank you to some of our donors, people that have contributed to this experience. As I go through their names, please just drop some emojis in the chat, and you are out for a bang-up experience. Do not miss it. Thank you for being on the call. Thank you for going on this ride with me. Thank you for going with this ride with the entire executive. Toastmasters is where leaders are truly made. And I've evolved from what I used to be to where I'm at, and I'll continue to evolve to be a better leader by virtue of being a president. And I challenge you, do not stay back and not participate in the role of leadership. On this note, I'd like to open the floor. Anyone that would like to play a role, but I think we'll leave that now because we can do all of that at the change of God. But if you have any question and you want to be part of the experience of donating towards the Hello, can anybody hear me? But I think I'm done. Can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I want to personally say thank you. Please, if you're going to be at the change of God, please fill out the form that has been dropped in the chat, whether it's virtual, whether it's physical. Come and see our members celebrated, applauded for their service throughout the year. You don't want to miss it. So if you're excited, let me hear some virtual voices. Okay, Tony, you said virtually. Please fill the form. That would be nice to see you virtually as well. We're looking forward to you. It will be an experience that you don't want to miss in a row. So thank you very much. Thank you so much for being on the call. To all the role players, thank you. And the winner of our table topics today is drum roll. My clappers. Toastmasters in DTM Chidi Chukudimadu. Anytime an intending Toastmasters takes on the virtual podium and delivers an impromptu speech, he emerges automatically as the winner, unless he's competing with another intending Toastmaster. The other two people were seasoned Toastmasters. And I would like to appeal to every ESCO member, please stay on the call, don't be in a hurry to leave, and let's have a quick meeting. Please, 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 this is important. Thank you, DTM Chidi. Thank you, DTM Stella George. Thank you so much for being on the call. Thank you for making today's meeting exciting. Do we have new members on the call? New members? Anybody joining us and you would like us to onboard you? I will drop a form as well. Please save the form and we look forward to having you. NEPA, I don't think they have toy in their family. They've been going on and off with the lights. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. And DTM Chidi is officially LEARNTOR Toastmasters member. That's something we should applaud. Congratulations. We are gradually meeting our DCP goal without even struggling. Thank you for making today's call memorable. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, all let's go. Please stay on the call, please, for like 30 minutes. Zainab, congratulations. Toby, congratulations. And Temi, thank you for joining the call. We appreciate you. Temi, do you want to have an onboarding session, or would you be available to attend the physical meeting?
Good evening, everyone. I'll be available to attend the physical meeting.
Yay! See you then, so you'll be onboarded then. Do we have any other new members? Lovelyn, are you an intending Toastmaster? Lovelyn?
Yes.
I think I'm going to be having my clappers now as part of my props. So thank you. Are you in Lagos? Or you'll be attending the meeting virtually? Are you in Lagos?
Good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm in Lagos and I'll be attending physically.
Yay! So we'll onboard you at the same time. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Liz is the current Vice President membership. Please drop your number. She's going to get in touch with you. And we would even see you on Sunday. So not to worry. We'll see you and we'll onboard you. Do we have